What if your business could grow without hiring more staff, without relying on paid ads, and without creating more operational chaos? That's exactly what we help businesses do at BluMark. We build systems that work while you sleep. Often, the first reaction to growth is to hire more, but without the right infrastructure, more staff just means more operational drag. Hiring to fix a process problem is like adding more buckets to a sinking ship. You're just managing more people while the leak stays open. In this video, I'm going to show you how custom AI and funnel systems can help service-based and B2B businesses generate more qualified leads. It's about improving conversions and unlocking serious revenue growth without adding unnecessary overhead to your bottom line. Most businesses try to grow by adding more content, more staff, more software, more ads, but it just creates more chaos. It's not just about being louder, it's about being more precise. Piling on more content without a strategy is just adding to the noise. Visibility without authority is just vanity. If people see you but don't trust you, you're building a following, not a business. Most growth efforts fail because they focus on volume over design. The real problem usually isn't lack of effort, it's lack of system design. When your backend is weak, every new lead actually makes things worse. Growth breaks when your systems can't handle the pressure. It starts when leads aren't qualified properly. Your team ends up taking calls with people who were never a fit in the first place. If your team is spending 50% of their day talking to people who can't afford you or aren't ready, your growth is already capped. Then, follow-up becomes inconsistent. Messages are missed, leads are forgotten, and your hard-earned revenue slips through the cracks. The first thing we do is map your inquiry flow. We look at every single touch point a human takes before they give you money. The hidden cost of slow follow-up isn't just the lost lead, it's the marketing budget you wasted to get them in the door. Growth stops when back-end systems are disconnected. If your software isn't talking, your team has to do the manual labor instead. Disconnected systems create data silos. When your marketing doesn't talk to your sales CRM, you lose the ability to see what's actually working. When your systems are connected, you get a single source of truth. You can see exactly which pieces of content are driving the highest revenue leads. The result? Your sales team is wasting time on low-intent prospects. That's why more traffic or visibility alone doesn't solve the problem. Lead fatigue is real. Your best closers lose their edge when they're forced to sift through garbage leads all day. If you pour more traffic into a broken process, you're just accelerating the failure. You need a revenue engine first. For founders, this is about getting your time back. It's about moving from being the engine of the business to being the person who owns the machine. At BluMark, we build custom revenue engines. We don't just add more leads, we fix the entire journey from start to finish. We analyze the entire journey. We identify the leaks and patch them with logic, ensuring every touch point adds value. That means we look at the entire journey, how leads find you, how they enter your funnel, and how they're qualified for fit. This is where the leverage happens. 1 hour of your time becomes 20 pieces of high-authority content that pre-qualifies your leads for you. We look for intent signals. We capture the people who are ready to solve their problems today, not just those looking for free information. We automate the qualification and nurturing process, ensuring only the most ready-to-buy prospects ever reach your calendar. Every extra click or confusing step in your funnel is a moment for a lead to leave. We build frictionless entries that maximize conversion. We build the filters that do the heavy lifting for you. By the time someone reaches your calendar, they've already been scored for fit and intent. Then we optimize the handoff to your sales team. We use AI and funnel logic to make that entire journey smoother and far more profitable. Our AI-driven nurture sequences deliver the right message at the right time based on how your leads actually behave. Our systems don't just send emails on a timer, they react. If a lead watches your video, we send them one thing. If they ignore it, we send another. We do this using our proprietary 4-part model. It's designed to handle every stage of the growth process automatically. Part 1 is visibility. We help businesses show up with strategic content and positioning that builds authority before the click. It's about building authority before they ever speak to you. By the time they hit your funnel, they should already trust your expertise. Think of ads as fuel. You wouldn't throw fuel on a pile of wet wood. You build the fire, the infrastructure first. Then you add the fuel to scale. When your content is consistent and authoritative, you attract higher quality inquiries without needing to chase them down. Part 2 is qualification. We filter for fit, intent, and readiness so your team isn't taking bad calls or wasting resources. We use smart scoring to identify who needs immediate attention and who needs more education. We stop the spray and pray approach. We use a fit and intent matrix to prioritize your team's energy. High fit, high intent leads get an immediate human response, while others enter a nurturing sequence. By the time your team picks up the phone, the hard work is done. They aren't selling, they're just confirming the fit and starting the relationship. This ensures that by the time someone books a call, they already know you can solve their problem and they're ready to start. Part 3 is follow-up. We automate the moments where most businesses lose momentum. We stay top of mind without manual effort. Speed to lead is everything in B2B. If you don't respond while their intent is high, you've already lost them to a competitor. Our follow-up isn't just email, it's a synchronized multi-channel approach, SMS, email, and voice, all working together to ensure you stay top of mind. The fortune is in the follow-up, but the labor shouldn't be. We automate the momentum so you never lose a lead to silence or slow response. Our systems handle the nurturing, the reminders, and the re-engagement, so no opportunity is ever left behind. And part 4 is conversion. We optimize the handoff into sales, so your best opportunities get handled properly and closed faster. We give your sales team a full context brief. They know exactly what the prospect cares about before they ever say hello. We equip your sales team with the exact assets they need: case studies, white papers, and logic-based pitch decks, customized for every specific lead. We give your sales team contextual intelligence. They know exactly what the prospect cares about before they ever say hello. When prospects see your content, they already know your value. By the time they reach out, the sale is halfway done. Ads can create attention, but if the back end is weak, all you're doing is sending more people into a broken process. That's why we start here. The goal isn't to spend less on ads, it's to make every dollar you spend 10 times more effective because your back end actually catches the value. Stop pouring money into a leaky bucket. Patch the process first, then use ads to pour fuel on a system that actually converts. When you stop fighting for attention and start building for conversion, the revenue follows. This is how you scale to the next level. When your system works, every lead becomes more valuable. You get more revenue from the same amount of effort. When your systems are designed for scale, your growth stops being linear and starts to compound. This is how you reach the $250K a month milestone. This works especially well for service-based and B2B businesses and for founders with limited time who need more leverage. You want leverage, not more complexity. We build sophisticated engines that are simple for your team to operate and scale. Our engines are sophisticated under the hood, but simple for you to operate. You get the leverage without the technical headache. If you already have a good offer and real demand, the next level comes from building a stronger system around it. No more hustle. If you want to grow without hiring a huge team or depending on ads, the answer is rarely more hustle. It's better infrastructure. That's what we build at BluMark. Visit our website today to get started with your 14-day install. We don't spend months theorizing. We map, we build, and we get you live in 14 days. Done for you. No calls required.